Hey, and welcome back to Simple Happy Zen. Today I have a new minimalism video for you, and I'm going to share 25 things I only own one of. A big shout out to Sarah Therese, who I think started this things I only own one of trend on YouTube. And I think it's a great idea because a lot of these items that I'm going to share with you today are things that probably a lot of people do own multiple of them. And of course, I'm not saying that my way is better or that everyone should only own one of them. So do what works for you, take from this video what you can use. And if you find that you prefer to have multiple of them, that is perfectly okay too. But I do think that this video might be able to inspire a lot of people to find ways that they can also downsize in their home. And to make things even more interesting, I've also included a few items that I currently own multiple of, but I really want to own only one of, so that I can kind of take you along in my process of how I want to downsize in these areas. So let's start with some basic items around the house. I only own one pair of headphones, and I think I'm probably the only one left on this planet who still has these kind of headphones instead of the AirPods, but let me know in the comments if you also still have these corded headphone thingies. I haven't really felt the need to replace them or get better ones or the cordless ones. These just work fine for me, and that is perfectly all right. I own one e-reader, which means that this guy is my entire book collection, this small thing. And you guys know that I am very much into reading, and there are currently about 100 books on here that I either have read or that I am going to read. And this means that I only have to keep this small thing in my home instead of all these hundreds of books. And I know that right now some of you are loving this and some of you are cringing so hard because you prefer real books, and I used to be like that too, but now I wouldn't go back to owning real books for anything in the world. I really love this guy, and when it comes to borrowing books from the library, the ones that I read, you can't really find them here, and also because I live in the Netherlands but I read in English, it's hard to find them in libraries. And also I just prefer to reread a lot of books like 2-3 times or go back to a specific chapter whenever I want to, so I prefer actually owning them so that I can go back to them whenever I want. And if I imagine actually having all those hundreds of books around in physical form, I go crazy. So I am really happy with this little guy. I only own one vacuum, and there's not much to say about that. It is a vacuum, it works fine, and I don't have a really fancy one or a handheld one or like a robot vacuum, Roomba type of thing. I just don't really find a need, and I don't mind vacuuming every couple of days, so this is perfectly fine for me. My phone has one phone case, and I used to have like 4 or 5 phone cases with all these different prints that I would switch out all the time, and it's kind of wasteful actually, because it was just plastic junk, or at least the ones that I was buying. And now my phone just has this very simple basic see-through case that I don't get bored with, and that works really well. Let's talk Christmas decorations. So I used to be really big on Christmas, and I used to have all these decorations, and it felt really overwhelming and unnecessary. And now we only have one fake Christmas tree that we use every year, and it has the lightings already in it, so it's really handy, and we have just the ornaments to fill up the tree, and that is it, and that is enough for me. And I have also learned that Christmas decorations can be quite wasteful the way they are produced, and I just don't think that we need new ones every year. So I'm just going to keep using the ones we have until they are all used up. I've been on YouTube for quite a while now, but I still like to keep my equipment and video gear as minimal as possible whenever possible. So I see a lot of YouTubers owning multiple choices of each set or type of equipment, and I'm just not really there yet, and I prefer it that way. So every time I do make a purchase for my channel, I really think through it before I do it, and I try to keep them as minimal as possible. So for example, I own one tripod, one microphone, one lighting equipment thingy, one phone holder, etc. We own one TV, and I know a lot of minimalists actually don't even own a TV anymore, and I really get it. But for me, I really enjoy my TV. I enjoy watching Netflix, I enjoy playing games, and we watch a lot of soccer here in the Netherlands as well, so I wouldn't give up my TV, but we only own one of them, and it's in the living room. For me, I just don't want a TV in the bedroom. For me, a bedroom is just for other things, and I personally don't want a TV in there. I only own one water bottle, and this is it. I can only use this for cold drinks, so I cannot use this for bringing tea or coffee with me when I'm on the go. but I'm not really the type of person who likes to bring hot drinks with me when I go out. And this is perfect because it's not too big and it fits well in my purse. And whenever I'm out and I get thirsty, I can just have my own water and I don't have to buy bottled water. This is plastic and it is BPA free and safe to use in that sense. But probably if I were to buy a new water bottle now, I would not go for a plastic one. We own only one pair of scissors, and this actually is really big and ugly, but it was included in a toolbox that we bought when we moved into this place. And it was a small toolbox kit, and we figured we would have at least a few tools just to fix things around the house. And this was included in that kit. So being that we already had this one, I just didn't really feel the need to buy a smaller one or like a kitchen scissors type thing. This works well enough for me. Like I said in the beginning of this video, I also have included a few things that I currently own multiple of, but I really want to downsize and I really want to own only one of them. And the first one of that is perfume. So I used to spend a lot of money on perfume, and at one point I must have had like 12 different bottles, and it was such a waste because the scents do disappear after some time and it took me forever to use them up, but I just kept buying new ones. So I am down to my last 3 bottles now, and I still find it so overwhelming. And I really want to own just one scent. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna keep using them up because I don't really want to throw them out. It just seems like such a waste, and the scents are still really nice. So I'm just gonna keep using them up, and then I'm going to stick to only one scent and only buy one. I currently own 3 watches. These are them, but I only ever wear this one. And these 2, I just don't really, they're not really my style anymore, but I haven't been able to get rid of them before because they have kind of a special story behind them. And I decided that actually it is time. I really want to own only one that I'm actually wearing. So I'm gonna make a video soon where I kind of downsize and declutter my jewelry and accessories. So I'm gonna take you behind the scenes and show you how I declutter that area. We have a small jar in our home and we store all kinds of pens in there. So I think we probably have around 6 or 7 pens right now. And for me, I just don't like it. I don't see the point in owning multiple pens because you can only write with one pen at a time. So I just don't really see the point. And I recently got this really great pen from someone as a gift, and it's kind of childish, but I picked it out myself because I really like it. And you know, if I really like using this pen, then I just don't see the point in owning the other ones. But again, I'm just not going to throw them out because they still work fine. I'm just going to keep using them up until they are run out and then only own this one. I only own one bikini, and actually I haven't used that one in years either because I hardly ever go swimming. And it's just sitting there. It's also quite uncomfortable, so I'm thinking of just getting rid of that one too. And just, this is one of those situations where I'm just gonna figure out a solution if and when I ever go swimming in the future. I only own one pair of sunglasses, and a lot of the minimalists out there who say that they only have one pair say that they are really high quality. This is not the case with mine. These were super cheap. I must have bought them like 9 or 10 years ago at H&M, back when I was still buying things like that. And hey yo. And I just haven't really found the need to replace them or buy new ones because I always take care of my stuff really well and they just haven't broken yet. So right now these are the only pairs that I have. I only own one sports bra, and this is it. It is Organic Basics and I absolutely love it. I will leave a link to it in the description box. And actually the top that I'm wearing today is also Organic Basics, so I will leave a link to that one as well. And they are made in an ethical and sustainable way. And what I love about this is that they use a special kind of fabric, which makes it so you don't really have to wash this as often. And they also dry really quickly. So that is why, even though I use this a lot, several times a week, I can easily get by with only owning one of them. I only have one summer coat, and this is it, kind of a gray one, and it's really nice. I used to have 3 or 4 different summer coats, and I found it really overwhelming. So over the course of the past years, I've decluttered, and now I only own one summer coat. Same with my winter coat. I only own one winter coat, and this is it. And I can also wear this in the rain because it's kind of like a raincoat, padded raincoat fabric. And somehow this green color matches everything that I own well, so it's easy to combine. And it's just really nice because going out in the morning is a lot easier if you don't have a bunch of coats and jackets to choose from. And in the same way, I also only have one scarf, and this is it. And it's really pretty, I think, and very comfortable, and it matches everything that I own well. And I wear this all the time in the fall and in the winter, and it just smells incredible. Do you also have that, where your scarf just smells really nice? I think because of all the perfume. I only own one wallet, and this is it, and it's really big and clunky, so probably next time I'm not gonna buy something like this again. But for now it works really well, and I do think it's kind of pretty. It's also fake leather, which I find important, so for now this is my only wallet, and I'm just gonna keep using this one until it is, not usable anymore. When it comes to makeup, I have seriously decluttered so much of that stuff over the course of the past years, and it still isn't super minimal in the sense that I don't only own like 3 or 4 makeup items, I have more. But what really helped me is only owning one of each category of makeup. So what I did is just pick one of each category that is my absolute favorite, and that has become just my go-to option. So I have one foundation, one powder, one concealer, and one mascara, etc, etc. And with the exception of nail polishes and lipsticks, because I do have a few options there that I like. And it used to be the same with beauty products, and I was obsessed with buying all that stuff, kinds of new things as they were coming out, but you can only use so much, and that stuff does expire, so it was just a big waste. And I also felt kind of overwhelmed by all that stuff that was in my bathroom cabinet that I was not using. So I just chose my ultimate favorites and only own that one, and I'm only going to buy a new one when my old one runs out. And this helps me to not get tempted by all that new stuff coming out, because I know that I have already found one that I absolutely love. I have one backpack and I absolutely love it. It is by Matt and Nat, and just to be clear, this video is not sponsored. I bought this with my own money, but I love their stuff. It's all vegan and they use recycled materials. And I wanted to have a backpack because I work from home by myself, and sometimes I go a little crazy just being by myself all day. So I want to go to a cafe to work where there's people around sometimes, but I didn't have a safe way to bring my laptop with me because it didn't fit in my purse. So now I have this backpack and it works wonderfully. I own one scrunchie, and this is it. This is my scrunchie. You may have seen me wearing this in a video a few times where I'm wearing my hair up, and I really like it. Somehow it reminds me of Minnie Mouse a little bit because of the dots probably. And if this doesn't really match my outfit or whatever, I just don't really care too much about it. I think we need to stop trying to be so perfect all the time. And if this doesn't really match like my shoes or whatever, I just don't really care too much. I only own one pair of boots, and again, this is an area where I have greatly downsized over the course of the past years, and these are now the only boots that I own. They are the vegan Doc Martens, and they are really nice. They go with everything that I own, all my clothing, and the only thing is they were kind of painful to break in the beginning for me, so it took me about 6 months before I could wear them comfortably, which was kind of annoying, but now I really enjoy using them. And lastly, I only own one cardigan, or at least I think that's what it's called. I only have this one, this gray one, and I used to have like 3 or 4 different ones in my closet, but now I only have this one, and I have this for years and years already, but I really like it. And because it's gray, it basically matches everything that I own, so one is enough for me. Next week's video is one that a lot of you really wanted me to make, and I'm really excited for it. And it is about digital minimalism and how we can use our devices and social media in an optimal way that really supports our happiness and well-being. So be sure to subscribe to the channel if you're not already, so you won't miss that video when it comes out. Right here, I have everything you need to know if you want to do a low-buy challenge successfully. And right here, I have a video about simplifying your home. Please do give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, because that helps me out tremendously. And as always, questions, comments, conversations down below. And I'll see you next week, my friends. Bye bye.